Welcome everybody to the news/opinions video that I always do. Everything has my opinion, so take it as you will. Hate it or love it, I'm still gonna be here, still gonna be giving my opinions, and still gonna be doing my video. Well, know of the situation that's happening with Aster Arcadia. It is a huge issue that is happening here. He has been an S-pest for a lot of people. He has said a lot of things that are very uncomfortable. He has been, wanting to send people to Japan, wanting to meet up with people in Japan, have people in these hotel rooms in Japan, that type of stuff. We found out a lot more through False's new video about it. I covered some of the stuff, and I covered the entire leak, the original leak. I covered it on November 20th, but False put on a lot more damning information out there. He did cover some of it, but he also covered things that I couldn't because he was able to have direct contact with people inside of Nijisanji, people that were affected, had friends in there, were actual livers of Nijisanji affected directly because of the fact that he has such a large base of trust and things like that. I'm small, I don't have that built up yet. So congratulations to False, number one, for getting all of that information out there and for basically continuing the whistleblowing and continuing the justice for the people affected. Now here we go. After that introduction, timeline of events of verifiable information. July 24, Aster debuts. November, early December, we have all this information on Aster. If you remember correctly, the leaks of the Aster Arcadia Scarlet Uniguni things, where he's talking about, how am I supposed to respond to this, and making her feel guilty, guilt tripping the hell out of her. She was saying she was overwhelmed. Her apologizing, Scarlet Uniguni, of course. Then, this is the whole document that we first started with all the information regarding him and all the things that he's done. And, that was still taken with a grain of salt. But he continued on with Raziel Warmonic in 2024, February 7th, with clarity, remembering the incident. It was Aster. Then again, on February 7th, the screenshot was leaked to 4chan. It was unverified information as of now, but thanks to False ID's new information through many Nijisanji livers that he spoke with, it is sounding more and more true. Aster and Scarlet would post tweets with red purple heart. Of course, we already know that with the information there. February 8th, Aster would announce his pet tier list. Stream of Scarlet. Scarlet would announce 3 minutes later. We have the pet tier list happening. Lasts for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Second stream of the day, then Raziel's document comes out there with allegations clarifying the incident. This is the, of course, the post that they had there to try to calm things down. Any Color creates its whistleblower policy of livers after Raziel's document came out, after all that information, after they struck it down with a cease and desist. The whistleblower says stuff about Aster in Discord message to someone else. Here is False's version, like the False redacted a lot more than I did. I redacted the same way that False did. I redacted the PFPs and the names. I left a lot of the other information on there, but the names, the handles, whatever you want to call them, I redacted all that information to make sure that no one would get hurt. November 12th, whistleblower reaches out to False. This was before it was reached out to me, of course. They accepted my request, told me he sent you some things. I was wondering if you'd be able to have a call with me. Sure, not a problem. What time works for you? Because I put out my information on November 20th. So he was reached out on November 12th. I was reached out like on November 18th. So it was a bit after he was, of course. November 20th, I have my YouTube video out, which you can see here. This one here, Nijisanji, the worst company, evil secrets, make a graduation. You can check out my information here. I put out all of it. Like you see, I've redacted all of their PFPs. I've redacted the message, the whole name there, but I put everything out there so it would show that, I was not trying to hide anything. I was not trying to change anything. Of course, I got a lot of hate by the community. I got a lot of hate by this community in general. I won't blame the innocent people out there, but they're people that were very easy to attack. They attacked me very quickly, saying I was making up things. I was listening to a person who was just creating their own narrative, blah, blah, blah. I had all the verifying documents that False ID was given, that he showed on his stream, on his video, as his recent video. I had all of those too. I verified it myself, including the game information, the game information that he said was verifiable to the person involved. All that information, I never showed it because I didn't want a mistake that I would have made to have caused someone any pain. So November 21st, the albums of the screenshots of my information, the information that I put out there, were put on into a imager dump. December 3rd, Rima Evanstar's video about the leaked information, which was going over the things that I had done, all this other information about, Nijisanji exposed, the shocking truth behind everything that's going on. All this information on, Nijisanji's negative things. December 5th, False posted his video. It is a must watch. It's a must watch because besides having the information that I have, he was able to also get information directly from Nijisanji livers in regards to Aster Arcadia. Nijisanji VTubers who talked, friends of VTubers, people who are verifiably in the whole know of everything, they talked about the whole situation. So also, Aster Arcadia cancels their stream planned for that day, the day that, False put out the video. He is in hiding right now, and that is the full rundown of everything that has happened. And of course, people say, if Raziel says the incident with them trying to report Aster was over a year ago at this point, could mean this was happening as early as late 2022. So Nijisanji has a dumpster fire to put out because they are the dumpster right now. They are in the dumpster. Aster Arcadia is being shown by many, many ways to be an alleged pest, alleged harasser, alleged, I will say alleged, because it is not proven in the court of law. Until it's proven in the court of law or proven by the person in question, by the Nijisanji and others through an investigation, it is still alleged. These are all allegations. Remember that. Just want to put that out there and have to make sure of that because you just have to make sure to put that out there just to be responsible. But that is the timeline of things, how they're going. And I'm glad that myself, Rima, Nosagi also covered this, False. We are all, what we have done is help put pressure on Nijisanji to fix this issue because no one deserves that kind of mistreatment. And of course, I will never verify or deny, like confirm or deny or whatever, anybody that is involved other than Aster Arcadia because he is the one that is openly involved in all of this. But anyone else in there that I have information from, of course, ethically, I cannot and will not confirm nor deny any of that. Like, I will not confirm their identities, especially. I have Doppio Job Scythe, I believe it's him, I've been told it's him, Rosemi and Kotoka that are doing a pre-game show for Nijisanji Tekken 8 because Nijisanji is hosting a Tekken 8 tournament on the 5th. It's already foresee the event being compared to Sagem's and really high bar to reach. Not even close. It's like comparing MLB 8 M6 championships to Worlds or even the International. Wouldn't even be surprised if EN management banned the EN livers from future Sagem tournaments to reduce the risk of interacting with Doki. Could be true. And here's something that a lot of people are saying. They just don't care. But I'm putting it out there because I am a VTuber who puts out news. Whether it be positive or negative, it's good on the end of course, Rosemi loves doing Tekken 8. Rosemi is a Tekken 8 fan. Tekken 8 creators are fans of hers. And Doppio and Kotoka are also joining her in this whole thing, which is not a bad thing. Like, I will knock people when they're doing bad things. These three, yes, Kotoka has had a foot and mouth moments and they have had some bad things in the past, but recently they went through a bit of a mental health crisis, mental health situation. So I am being very human here and giving her a little bit of respite and not attacking her directly too much. Maybe that may be me being too easy on her, but I want to let her mental health recover because it takes a long time for mental health to fully recover. Livers from the novices to experts go head to head in Tekken 8 tournament. Time around, not only Nijisanji EN livers, but Nijisanji livers will also be stepping into the ring. So JP and EN as well. It'll be on 12/5 Thursday, 1900 PST. So that's 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Nijisanji EN official YouTube channel. So it'll be in the morning JST around there. No, actually midday to afternoon JST in Southeast Asia, probably. But then on the next day, of course. Too bad Victoria just quit. Bet she'd have be great in that. Probably would. Millie Parfait is excited. Doppio's excited. Other people that are fans of Nijisanji are excited. Nothing wrong with that. Not going to attack the fans. The fans are going to support their Oshis, and I never ever have a problem with people supporting their Oshis as long as they understand they're humans too. Mistakes will be made, and to be aware that those things happen. LemonLeaf, who is now at 267k followers, subscribers, has gotten her Shrimp Miku noticed by the original creator of Shrimp Miku. The original creator is this person here, Just a Novel, and wait, this is so sick. What? The original man himself. Yo, hello, sir. Finding out this version led to me to your version, and both are indeed amazing. Thank you for making the OG. And here's her rendition of it.
Just a little shrimp, that's all I will ever be. But I'm happy knowing that I will be okay. Maybe one day something will change. Just a little shrimp, that's all I will.
And this is his, of course, as I'll play it again.
Just a little shrimp, that's all I will ever be. But I'm happy knowing that I will be okay. Maybe one day something will change.
And that is what she made into this. So yeah, it's great seeing minds think alike. She made it 1 week after he made his, after they made theirs, and it's amazing to see because, of course, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. In this case, she made it her own. Of course, she imitated the original, as the original was amazing as well. And nothing wrong with a little bit of imitation here and there, because there was no intention to steal or anything like that. Of course, it was just getting a good idea, seeing it, and rolling with it. So congratulations to both of them, and I'm glad that LemonLeaf, the person who may be graduating soon from Blue Dorito Company, who may be LemonLeaf, who may not be LemonLeaf, we'll see. Hopefully they're doing well, and I'm so glad to see this win. Ironmouse has responded to the Cat Dragon's allegations, the allegations that this random person put in there. Of course, one thing I want to mention here, always, please do not brigade this person. You can do whatever you want, but my recommendation, do not brigade this person. This person has been self-proclaimed to be a 17-year-old, and you know how 17-year-olds can be edgy sometimes, teenagers can be. Don't go too harsh on them. They have apologized, kind of in a half apology, but you know how teenagers can be. But overall, don't go and brigade them. But Mouse responded. That is the only funny to share, but I feel Mousey roasted this girl so hard, it isn't even funny. Despite I don't look at what person said, don't harass them. Like, honestly, I covered this a couple of episodes ago, where I said big VTuber allegations. This is what I covered. I covered it when it first came out, because it popped up on my feed. I was like, this is freaking crazy. Why would someone say this kind of stuff about somebody? Why would someone just be their first post, their first big post, and be out there, like content farming, rage baiting, whatever you want to call it? Why would they go and do that? And of course, they got community noted, as I stated in my video, like about 2 days ago, a day or two ago. No, it was about 2 days ago when I said this. Bruh, what a dummy. Sorry for being a copycat. So that's Ironmouse themselves being out there. This person in the video has to be a troll, wanting to start VTubing career, but doing S like this kills all support you get if you are genuine. Of course, like I said, when this came out a couple of days ago, I covered this in a video where, you know, in my thumbnail it says big VTuber allegations. This was the allegations here. These are always horrible allegations that can affect your career. It can absolutely affect your career. It can tank it if they're true. In this case, it wasn't true. You see their designs are different enough. And the pink cat girl thing isn't something that is trademarkable at this point, because it is an anime trope. It is a trope that is very much out there. So of course, just letting you guys know that Ironmouse, being the wonderful woman that she is, came out and was just being say what a dummy, basically. And people roasted this guy. I roasted this person in the sense of, you know, putting it out there. But of course, don't brigade them. Cottontail VA, along with a bunch of other VTubers that I'm going to cover here, has had some good news with Spotify lately. They have had their music on there, and they're getting several views, as you can see here. You also have OB Katy Cat, who has these listener amounts here. Bao, who also has some good amount of listeners, a lot of streams from a lot of countries, 169 countries. Holy moly, that's a lot. 168, 158, 181 for Amelie, 89 for Kelly Starin, and of course, no matter how big or small you are, getting seen in various countries, getting heard in various countries is amazing. You have Captain Hannah, who has 56 countries. It is just amazing. As of course, again, 56 countries is wild to me. Like, what? Oh, they always cook. People are here. It's like, thank you for supporting my first song. A lot of people supporting the first song, and people are here. It's like Mr. Worldwide, and that is all good news. I want to give some good news among all the other stuff that I put out. And yes, you know, it's one of those good news stories. And I do love having these feel-good stories. Kibawooo, who is a wolf VTuber, is just a woo, as she says. And she's doing something recently. I'm happy to announce that I'm hosting V Recovery's second charity drive, Toys for Tots. Please look forward to next week as I have some fun, holiday-themed streams in order to celebrate. So that is amazing. Toys for Tots is an organization, a charity, that is what it sounds for. Toys for Tots. You either donate money so that they can buy toys for children in need, or you donate unused, boxed, unused toys that are going to be given to people in need, to children in need of lower income families that are sick, that type of thing. They are given to them. And of course, it's on Tiltify, which is, as I've always said, Tiltify is one of those places where you can trust that the money is going directly to the agency involved, the charity involved, because they directly link to the charity. And it's they take their administrative fees as everybody does, but they don't take very much. And it, like 95% of it or whatever, goes directly to the agency involved. One last little tidbit I wanted to mention to each and every one of you is, of course, the situation that is going on, that had gone on with Mint, quote unquote Mint, which was the model that was used by Filian for a very long time. They have talked to Komado from Booth. It was a Booth one that was used, and they said, we would like to announce that the matter related to the use of our original 3D model Mint by a specific VTuber. They didn't want to mention it, but I'll mention it here because everyone already knows that it's Filian, which we announced the other day, has been resolved amicably through settlement after discussions with the VTuber. I'm just assuming that this all has to do with Filian. This all has to do with the situation. It was something that they were talking with them, probably making some arrangements and such. Filian was always trying to be respectful with that whole thing. Mint is their VTuber that they were using, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, in the comments below. But yes, this is something that Komado from Booth has been able to work with Filian and their team in order to make sure that everything is amicably done and amicably held onto, and everything is worked out perfect. So I'm glad that there was a positive aspect of this. I'm glad that some positive stuff came out of this whole situation. He is doing believe it is a concert in New York. So don't talk about the stuff here usually, but I'm proud of finishing my final song for the next album. Officially written 100 songs. 100 songs, that's amazing. So she did an album as well. It's their experience with music and starting making music on a whim 2 weeks after I started streaming and fell in love with it. Wrote more so my dad would have music to listen to while I drove to work, and continued to write more so my audience had stuff to listen to when I'm not around. Since before I knew it, I was making 2 to 4 albums each year with my music buddies, and realized at the beginning of this year, if I worked really hard, I'd reach 100 songs that I've written, and there we go. Bittersweet, so freaking crazy and happy, and continues on. I've never gotten the courage to make music if it wasn't for those around me. Then you also have huge thank you to those who follow along with my music, even though I hardly promote it. Thanks to my music partner, Holmes, for helping me learn to make music in 2021. And it also says, in regard to the future of my music stuff, I will write more, but I want to keep writing more music for others as new challenges. And thank you guys again for an incredible music year. Stage Fright was destroyed, and this is their stuff on Spotify. Spotify Wrapped, all 535k listeners, 18 million streams, 832k hours, and 176 countries watched her stuff. And that is wonderful, and I'm very glad that she was able to create music and enjoy herself creating that music. 2024 has been here. It has arrived. Mikkorone is back. Mikkorone and X Yateyanyo is released. Mikkorone Returns, the theme song for our New Year's project, features a rock sound and the 2 adorable singing voices. Of course, as always, there's always 2 adorable singing voices, which is Korone and Miko right here. Of course, the link to the new release is there, cover.link, the distribution link where it's going to be on Spotify and YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Deezer, all those. You have a little bit more here. Announced in the stream. Tomorrow's guest will be Korone and Miko. Guest Sakura Miko Yonagami Korone, Mafia Kajita Nakamura Yuichi's Washagana TV number 51. Here is the waiting room for it, of course. This is the waiting room for it. It's going to be a live, an actual live broadcast on the channel of these 2 people that are mentioned there. And with all this, of course, comes collabs, comes sponsorships, comes all these things. Hololive Mikkorone 2024 is coming back. The 24-hour program will be broadcast from January 2nd to January 3rd, 2025. New song, Miikorone Yateyanyo, has been released. Legendary New Year's program that's produced famous scenes such as Dad Quits Being a Doctor is back. And here is, some of their collabs that they're having here, the date that it's going to be from, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and, all that kind of stuff. Here's a little bit of them, things that they've done in the past. This is a good luck charm. I believe it's for prosperity, money, that type of thing. So they're having a version for each for the Miko P and for the people who love Korone as well. And then you have the full rundown in Japanese, of course, of everything that's going on. And they have the merch. Of course, they're always going to have the merch here on shop.hololive Pro. Random badges, t-shirts, etc. available. In addition to beckoning Miko P and beckoning Furball Korone, orders will be accepted from Thursday, January 2nd. Stay tuned. And it's the beckoning cat is the one that beckons for more money, beckons for prosperity, beckons for good luck, beckons for all that. It's mainly prosperity and good money, basically, in that sense. So here's everything that they have. You have the charms, you have the beckoning on the tote bag, you have the writing of each and every one of them there. Some of them are already sold out. Some pre-orders are already sold out. So it's going to be one of those things that it's, you know, it is what it is. A lot of these things will sell out very quickly, but I'm very happy that they're doing this. Korone responded with everyone, we're back, and you have Sakura Miko doing the same thing. Broadcast scheduled for January 2nd, and doing everything. 24 hours of laughter with Mikkorone and the first laugh of the new year. Of course, first laugh of the new year after everything is said and done on the first of January is usually a year when a time when a lot of people don't make any kind of content, so it's basically after that fact. And of course, here we have adding to everything. The Korone and the Mikkorone is getting their card in the OCG, the official card game of hololive. They're having Mikkorone there. That is their big announcement. That is the final bit of news when it comes to Mikkorone. They're getting a lot of things pushed. This is why hololive is so successful with what they do, and each one of their livers shares in that success. Shishiro Botan, on December 3rd/4th, she was going to go and actually have a new look, and it's going to be revealed today at 8 p.m. So please watch it, as it is so kawaii. Until then, I'll talk about delicious things it ate this year abruptly. Now, here's what I looked for. It wasn't there. I was wondering what was happening. Here we have it being private. I was like, oh no. Did she say something? Did she do something? Was there music that wasn't supposed to be there? Was there some other thing? As you know, it happens. I've privated videos to make some edits before. I've actually removed videos to make edits before. That type of thing. I've done that before in order to make the correct edits, in order so that they don't mess with anyone's privacy, mess with anything that anyone's going to do. Although, looking a little bit further into it, because I'm really sorry, I've been feeling a little unwell today. After talking it through with Manager-chan, we decided to postpone the debut date a little. I'll let you know once again, it's decided. I'm sorry. And this shows that even though, yes, there have been some very bad situations and very bad things going on with management, occasionally a manager here and there that maybe at the moment doesn't understand the needs of their talent. It happens. They're human beings. It happens. It just doesn't happen so much in hololive. As you can see here, she talked to manager. The manager was like, well, yeah, we can postpone it if you're not feeling good. And that's the way a manager should always be. I wish and hope that everybody, whether they be from Nijisanji, whether they be from hololive, whether they be from Face Connect, whether they be from Kawaii that's gone or V-Reverie that's gone, I wish every single person that has a manager that understands your talent is first. Without your talent, you cannot make money. So if your talent is not feeling up to it, work around it. Find a workaround. Maybe make sure that if you have a sponsorship, if you have a contract with another entity, a third party, make sure that you have a little bit of leeway for illnesses and things like that, in order to make sure that you can actually give your talent what they need. And it's good that in this case, hololive did give their talent what they needed, gave Shishiro Botan a break, and when it's going to happen again, we don't know, but we will see, and she will have it available for everybody at that point in time. She's going to be having, on 12/5, she's going to be having, you know, a collab with Laplace, Fubuki, and Suisei, so hopefully she feels better by then as well, and they won't have to private it or stop it or postpone it or anything like that. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers, VTubers of all sizes, shapes, forms, types, whatever have you. I want to show them all. Why do I want to show them all? Because I want to make sure that the VTuber community is a positive one, is one of pushing people up, not tearing people down, not making it so that it is worse off, toxic, gross, or anything like that. Especially with things that have been happening recently, I want to keep positivity going. We're talking about Ardiss, a science slime VTuber. Science slime VTuber. I played the video games. Here is their channel on Twitch, and I'm gonna also show you their YouTube because they have one as well. Here we go. I'm a slime VTuber, made my own model in VRoid Studio, kind of like what I did, and I'm 29 years old. I play mostly Nintendo and PC games. I occasionally some PlayStation games, etc. So they're there trying to have fun with everybody. Let's see if they have a. There you go. I was looking for a short that they might have.
So I have the collection for the. There it is! Oh my God, that's
shiny.
the thing I was looking for. Get it! I need to catch this now.
Yes.
Put it to sleep.
There you go. Put it to sleep and capture it. Did he capture it? Did he capture it? Did he capture it?
And it has speed boost. Yo. Okay, do I use a netball or do I use a... Ooh, I could use a sport ball.
There you go. Hopefully he caught it. Hopefully he caught it. And here we go on their YouTube channel as well. They have 706 subscribers, and they do post some of their recent lives and things like that on there. YouTube is a place where they do, they do co-streaming, restreaming, whatever you want to call it. It's a place where you can have your live stored for a lot longer than you would if you are just on Twitch. Thank you so much for allowing me to showcase you artists once again. I will have everything in the description below for them. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.